What if the first step on Mars was not a victory, but a quiet goodbye to everything we have ever known? For thousands of years, humanity has looked up at the sky, not just to admire it, but to question it, to search for meaning hidden in distant lights scattered across the darkness, lights that seemed close enough to touch, yet impossibly far away, whispering promises we were never certain we could fulfill. We were never meant to stay still. From the very beginning, we moved. Across land we did not understand. Across oceans we could not control. Across ideas that reshaped everything we believed about ourselves. We moved not because it was easy, but because something inside us refused to accept limits. Mars was simply the next limit. A silent world. Cold and distant, untouched by life, a place where nothing grows, nothing speaks, and nothing waits for us, yet somehow it became the destination we could not ignore, the place that called to us not with warmth, but with challenge. Because deep down, humanity understands something terrifying. Earth will not last forever. And so we prepared. For years. Then decades. We built machines that could survive the impossible, trained minds to endure isolation beyond imagination, and tested bodies against environments no human was ever meant to endure, all leading to one moment, one decision, one irreversible step into the unknown. Inside the spacecraft, there was only one human. Not a hero. Not a legend. Just a person, chosen to carry the weight of everything humanity has ever been. His name did not matter anymore. Because when he entered that spacecraft, he stopped being just himself. He became humanity. The countdown began. 10. Each second felt heavier than the last, as if time itself understood the importance of what was about to happen. 9. Every discovery in human history led to this moment. 8. Every failure, every sacrifice, every risk. 7. All of it compressed into a single launch. 6. He closed his eyes, not out of fear, but to remember what he was leaving behind. 5. The sound of wind. 4. The warmth of sunlight. 3. The presence of other people. 2. Life. 1. Ignition. The force was immediate, violent, overwhelming, pushing him away from Earth with a power no human body was ever meant to experience, tearing him free from gravity, from familiarity, from everything that had ever defined home. The rocket rose. Higher. Faster. Until Earth began to fall away. At first, it was still recognizable. Clouds moved slowly across blue oceans, continents stretched across the surface, life visible even from a distance, a reminder of everything he was leaving behind. But slowly, those details faded. The planet became smaller, quieter, more distant, until it was no longer a world. Just a sphere. Fragile. Floating in endless darkness. And in that moment, something changed. Perspective. Everything humanity has ever known exists on something that small. Days passed. Then weeks. Time no longer felt real, because space does not follow the rules we are used to. It does not offer sunrise or sunset. It does not give rhythm or comfort. It simply exists, vast and indifferent. Inside that silence, his thoughts grew louder. What does it mean to leave Earth? Not temporarily. Not as an explorer. But forever. To never walk on natural ground again. To never feel wind against your skin. To never hear the chaotic, beautiful noise of human life surrounding you. To exist in a place where every breath must be created, controlled, protected. Mars appeared slowly. At first, just a point of light. Then a shape. Then a world. Red. Still. Waiting. The descent was violent. Fire surrounded the spacecraft, the atmosphere resisted him, shaking the structure, testing every system, every decision, every calculation that had been made over years of preparation, as if the planet itself demanded proof that he deserved to be there. And then... silence. Landing complete. No applause. No voices. Just one realization. He was no longer on Earth. He stood. Slowly. Every movement felt different, heavier in meaning, lighter in gravity, as if the world itself had changed the rules the moment he arrived. The hatch opened. Light entered. Cold. Distant. And beyond it? Mars. Endless. Empty. Real. He stepped forward. One step. And everything changed. This was not Earth. The ground beneath him held no history of humanity, no memory of footsteps, no trace of life, just untouched silence stretching beyond the horizon, a blank page waiting to be written. He looked up. Earth was there. A small blue light. Everything we have ever been. Reduced to a single point in the sky. All wars. All love. All history. Just a dot. And suddenly, the idea of home felt different. Days passed. He built. Carefully. Every structure, every system, every small success became a battle against the environment, because Mars does not forgive mistakes, it does not offer second chances, it simply ends things that fail to adapt. But he adapted. Because that is what humans do. We survive. Even when survival seems impossible. But survival is not the same as living. And that truth settled in slowly, quietly, like the dust that covered everything on this planet. There were no voices. No laughter. No human presence. Only wind. And silence. Endless silence. At night, Mars became something else. Darkness without depth, silence without interruption, a presence so complete it felt like the universe itself was watching, waiting, observing the smallest movements of the only human on the planet. He could not sleep. Not because of fear, but because of awareness. If something went wrong, that would be the end. No rescue. No goodbye. Just silence. He closed his eyes and remembered Earth. Sunlight. Wind. Voices. Simple things that suddenly felt priceless. Days became routine. Check systems. Check oxygen. Check survival. Repeat. Again. Again. But something changed. Slowly. Mars was no longer just a place to survive. It became a place to exist. He noticed the light differently, the way it stretched across the horizon, the subtle variations in color within the endless red landscape, the quiet beauty hidden beneath what once felt like emptiness. There was meaning here. Not obvious, but real. He began recording messages. Not for help, but for the future. For those who come after. Hope. Because hope travels further than distance. Even across planets. One day, he stepped outside. Not for work. Not for survival. Just to stand. To exist. On another world. And in that moment, he understood. This was not the end. This was the beginning. A fragile beginning. A single human. On an entire planet. But every civilization starts the same way. Small. One step. One moment. One decision. That changes everything. And this was that moment. If you felt something, even just for a moment, remember this. The future of humanity is not written yet. It is built, step by step, world by world. And maybe one day, Mars will not feel distant. It will feel like home. And when that day comes, we will remember. It all started with one step. Thank you for staying until the very end. In a world that moves so fast, the fact that you chose to pause, to listen, and to imagine means more than you think. This isn't just a story about Mars. It's a story about us. About where we come from. And where we are going. And if this journey made you feel something, even just for a moment, then this story has already found its purpose. Don't forget to subscribe, to be part of the next journey, because the future is only just beginning. See you in the next story.
Yısanız bugün zayıflı bir sudergidun ibdugluhik marbiya sabne ne uçine. Gizim gizmul martabina tidde se चाहती है जो